Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome on in. How we doing? I accidentally forgot to start the YouTube stream. I only started the Twitch one for a few, so caught that now. Glad I caught that one. But we're all here. Everybody's live, and it's okay. So that's fine. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Welcome on in. Lovely to have y'all out here. Hello, hello, hello. Valenite, how we doing? Huntress, what's going on? Mandela, hello. Burb, hello. How we doing? Proof Kestrel, what's going on? Cherry, hi, hi, hi. Speedy, what's up? Ryu, hello, hello. Red Hoodie, hello, hello. How are we doing, my friends? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Caitlin, how we doing? Hellos. For some reason, my chat only wants... Oh, there it goes. Now we should have both in there. Alrighty. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to stream today. Got a lot of work that we're going to get done. We got a lot of resource gathering to do. I didn't realize the match kicked off at noon today until after I scheduled stream. So we're just going to be streaming. It's fine. It's okay. We'll see how it goes. That's fine. Are you aware football is coming home? Football already was home for me, but then we lost and now it's not going anywhere anymore. But football was at home. So that's cool. Glasscop, thank you so much for the 20 months, my dude. Legolius, thank you so much for the 71 months as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Country Bell, thank you for the biddies. Hello, hello, hello. Good luck on the meetings. Yeah, I was kind of debating, do I just like pull it up muted on the side monitor over here so like you all can't see it, but I just would have it there. And then I was like, nah, I just pay attention to that anytime. Is what it is. Yeah, the US did not look good in that Belgium game. The U.S. did not look good in that at all. We got our butts handed to us, but that's okay. Jan, how we doing? Hello, hello. Marcus, hi, hi, hi. Ryan, what's up? Reximus, hello, hello. My friends over on the YouTube side, can you do me an absolute solid and click the like button on the stream? It helps me out a bunch. I've heard rumors that the bug on YouTube is fixed. That now we can potentially just not have terrible viewership. So if you can all help me out, it helps out a ton by clicking the like button with getting the stream out there. So I really do appreciate all the support on that. So thank you. Such a bad time to stream? It is what it is. Not everybody in the world loves soccer, so if I can be here to be streaming, it's fine, and I'll catch the game later today, but I'm sure people in chat are gonna spoil it, so it is what it is. I'm sad Norway lost, though. Yeah, Norway, I feel like that game, there was the UK goal that should have been called back because it hit the goal kick hit the camera that was flying across. So like that should have been called back because technically that should have been a dead ball and then just a free kick was taken from there. So that should have happened, but then there was a goal less than 30 seconds later. So there's just like the cable. Yeah, so the cable should have disallowed the England goal. So technically, like if that happened, it would have been 1-0. So that was a goof on the ref's part for sure. But then also Norway had that great runaway to didn't hit anything though. If you slow down the video, you can actually see it hitting something. You can see the trajectory of the ball going that way and that way. That doesn't happen naturally. That's physics does not explain without it hitting something. But then Norway well, not Norway, but there was that one breakaway where the guy tried to keep the ball to get his own fame instead of taking the easy pass to Holland, who was wide open and on sides like that. They should have been up 2-0. Or so it is what it is. But I was rooting for Norway. No offense to all the UK friends out here, but it is what it is. Feel so bad for Holland. He seemed like just like such a good person though, because like I was hearing that he stayed at the stadium for a few hours after the game, was like talking to fans and taking photos with people. Like that's really cool of a star to be doing that. Chat in the World Cup just a little bit before we start stream today. 80s, how we doing? What's going on? Thanks so much for the 78 months. More swamp stuff today. Yep. You're rooting for Argentina or England today? I don't really know. I don't really know. I feel like I'm rooting for Argentina. Mostly. No, I'm not going to get into that. But I don't know. I was rooting for Norway over England. They were kind of my number one pick outside of US, but US was out already. So that it is what it is. I feel like I'm kind of going for Argentina because it'd just be cool to see them take it all the way again. Now that France is out too. Oh, France looked terrible yesterday. Yeah, him getting off the plane with the taxidermy, it wasn't a beaver, it was a raccoon. But yeah, that was funny. Do you have a playlist of the hardcore, like my whole hardcore series? Yeah, there's a playlist on my channel. It's got all the episodes in it in order. Goblin foot plush sees all. Yeah, you see those eyes on that thing? That thing's seeing some things back there. It's watching me play Minecraft all day. What time do you actually start building so I can come back at that time? We're gonna start in like a minute. I usually yap for 5 minutes or so, and then we get into the Minecrafting. Like that. Look at that.
Nice to meet you.
Mining and crafting in the game. We have a lot of crafting to do, and a little bit of mining to do. I've got a few shulker boxes here. We need to work through this. So we're gonna work through getting all these things here. I've already done a decent amount of it, but I need to get a bunch more resources. We are in the actual hardcore world today. We're going to be staying in the hardcore world today. My plan is we get all the resources for this, which is the last stuff I need to finish. Oh, that leaf in front of the flower there I thought was creeper toes, dude. I'm traumatized. It's fine. But yeah, so we need to get a bunch of resources. We're going to start with just running over here. That isn't your cat meowing? Nah, that's my homie. I'm pretty sure his name's Oliver. He keeps me safe. Yeah, we're going to do that, and then we are going to work on getting a lot of stuff done over in the swamp. I need to relocate a bunch of clay blocks that are currently underwater, that there's no way to turn them into mud. You can only turn mud into clay, and now I need to do the reverse. Okay, so first up here, that might actually be enough. How many do I need? I need 10 stacks. Sick. I thought I was gonna have to run these farms for a bit. Nope. And then we can just do that into here. I'm probably gonna need some bush. Yeah, we need 7 stacks of bush. We probably don't have extra in here. Oh, we got a few. That's not enough though. Are we loaded on bone meal in this guy? We are not. Okay, bone meal it is. A very beautiful world. Thank you. We've been working on it for a hot minute. Yeah, we'll be here for a minute. Where are you going to build the swamp village? Swamp village is up north. Right here. I already did a little bit of it. fWhip has a cat is an insane lore drop. No, I don't have a cat IRL. I only have cats in Minecraft. I had cats growing up. Mostly they were barn cats, but we did have cats. But yeah, no cats. We had one cat. His name was Freecy. He was absolutely awesome. He was basically a dog. Great cat. Excellent cat. It was full dog-like. And then we had another cat who I can't remember his name, but he lived underneath my bed and never came out. He literally just lived underneath my bed, only came out for food, and then went right back under my bed. And that was his entire life experience for like 8 years. Whether Skelly Farm's still broken? It's not the farm is broken, but it's the zombie villagers are too close to it. So we got to figure out how to move the zombie villagers. I mean, it's not going to be hard. We just need to make a new tunnel that's going to take them farther out. And then we just need to slowly use ourselves as the carrot at the end of the stick and bring all zombie villagers through. Yeah, all you need is Silk Touch and you can harvest these. You don't need to use shears. And it doesn't even take durability off your pickaxe, so you can literally sit here and do it forever as long as you have bone meal going in. Okay, how are we looking? That should be off. That's one extra. Exactly how many bushes we need. Put that over there. You're empty. You're full. I kind of start lining the full ones up over on one side. Bring all my empties over to here. And then our work in progress one will be like right there. Sick. How long do you think you're gonna be live for? Usually we're live for like 2 or 3 hours. All right, so we need to go get a bunch of ferns, which we'll do next. We're gonna go down to the fern farm. I do have iron in there. How is the bone meal in here looking? Okay, we need to bone meal these, which is very unfortunate. I'm gonna also sleep just in case something comes wandering towards it and gets aggroed on. You get a chance to check out more Tidal Marsh inspo after the last swamp stream? I did a little bit. I haven't made any major changes though. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're gonna do 3 stacks per. I think I have enough bone meal for that. I wasn't planning to refill these today, but here we are. There's 30 dispensers here. This farm is great until you have to refill it. And that is just so tedious to do. So there's 15, there you have 12 left, so I need... Ooh, we're just gonna pretty much drain all my bone meal. Have you read One Piece? No. I'm not big on manga or anime really all that much. There's some anime shows I'll watch that I'll be the one like niche of anime shows that I tend to watch, which I find that a lot of people say are pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 2 more stacks. I don't even have enough bone blocks. That sucks. What was I gonna say? But the like one niche, because the gamer in me is very much like I love like MMO worlds. So the anime ones that are like all about like going to the MMO worlds and those types of things. Like some of those I watch just like I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool seeing like another world from and seeing how it's like unique and the player like the character players interact with it. Like those types of things I think are interesting. But any manga or anime that has any of the weird tropes to it, nah, dude, I'm out. The second there is an ancient goddess that looks like they're a 5-year-old girl, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Get me out of here. My favorite anime then? Season 1 of Sword Art Online was really cool. I recently watched Shangri-La Frontier, just having on in the background while I was doing stuff in here, and that was pretty good. I should have bones in here, right? No, it's all coal. I really don't want to go to the nether because it's going to reset my resource list. I'm really, really trying to avoid that right now. Frickin' Enderman picking up my frickin' grass block. Have you seen I actually have seen Vinland Saga. Just became a member. Ian, thank you so much, dude. Did it not show up? Why did it not show up? I see Fran. Fran, thank you so much for your membership. I don't know why it's not showing up on my side, but I really appreciate y'all. SAO could be so much better though. Yeah, SAO, like as I said, like season 1 was really good, but then after that I feel like it got a little inconsistent, you could say. What's that Log Horizon? I watched that one a long time ago and that was actually pretty good. But yeah, outside of that, I haven't seen too many. You think you're a Sunraku quality of gamer? Absolutely not. No, that dude's a nerd. I ain't that much of a nerd. I had an era of that for sure. Back in early college, high school and college, I was very much a degenerate gamer. I play games now for fun. I used to play games for the fun of winning. Now I play games for the fun of just like making goofy builds and seeing how I can make it work. I'm not much of like a crazy min-maxer or anything like that, but I used to very much play video games to be the one who won. Like that was my like main purpose when playing games for a long time, was to win. And then I was very into competitive games. Like I was a huge StarCraft player. For a long time. Loved StarCraft 2. Was very big in World of Warcraft. Was really into Overwatch. Honestly, like any Blizzard game that came out back in like the 2010 to 2020 era, probably 2010 to 2016, I was in the top like 1% of players on pretty much every single one of them. Like StarCraft 2, the first few seasons that came out, I was just a few placements off of getting into the Grandmaster League. Like I was finishing Master League top brackets every single time. World of Warcraft, I was doing a lot of PvE stuff and had like I actually at one point had a world rank 1 parse on a boss. Like was the best person in the world at like for my spec at that boss. So like I've had my degenerate era. That I ain't doing that anymore. I know that much. Have you watched AOT? I'm assuming Attack on Titan. I watched it back when there was only a subtitled version way back in the day, and I really like to watch shows while I'm playing games, or like especially while I'm gathering resources in Minecraft. So I know as some people are like, wow, this is terrible, but if there's no dubbed version or an English version of a show, I'm just not watching it. I don't want to be reading reading while I'm watching a show if I'm working on something on my computer. So I tend to just watch the dubbed versions, and so I kind of watched it back then and just wasn't really into it. What lane and champ did you main in League? I wasn't that great at League. League was the one that I played Heroes of the Storm a lot more than League, but I liked being a top laner in League when I did play. But I played like early League, and I never really, I think I was like platinum or something in there when I was like really competitively playing it. And I think that was when like Nasus, like this is like OG League. Like that was like when Nasus just came out. Like, I remember people freaking out when they released Caitlyn as a champ. And then I just never really played much after that. How many ferns do we need? We need about 700. We need... So that is 10.5 stacks, and then that's another 2 stacks. So we need like 12 stacks of ferns. Basically, we're filling that with ferns. There's a classic league mode. Maybe you can go back. No, like I'm not a competitive gamer anymore because it stresses me out. I used to be really competitive, and like the main reason I stopped is because I realized like I was getting like worked up as a person. Like I was getting really anxious and worked up of just so concerned about keeping whatever rank I was at. I was so focused on the win that like I was getting I was getting anxiety about clicking play. Like StarCraft 2, I was just like so in my head if I lost anything that like I just like couldn't. I stopped playing because there was times where I just sit there being like, do I start the game? Do I not start the game? And I just couldn't do it. But Impulse, thank you so much for the raid, my dude. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome on in, folks. Hellos. How are we doing? We are currently gathering a ton of ferns. We are doing a bunch of resource gathering today, finishing up last bit of project grind, and then we're going to be jumping into converting all of the dirt in a swamp biome to mud. Super fun. Only the best of the best stream content here for y'all. Welcome on in, everybody. How are we doing? What were y'all up to? Yeah, I very much don't play competitive games anymore. I prefer PvE. I only play really PvE games. Like if there's PvP is like a mandatory element of a video game, I typically actually just don't do it. So like I know like extraction shooters are really big right now. Isn't that what they're called? Or extraction RPGs are getting really popular. I can't bring myself to play them, dude. Anytime there's PvP in a game, I know I'm gonna like just not have a good time. PvE, like I love working with other people, so I love PvE, like where you're with a team and you're working on fighting a boss or something like that. That's the type of game I like to play. And like my StarCraft experience now is exclusively co-op missions, unless one of my buddies who I used to play with a ton back in high school, still one of my great friends, we meet up every once in a while, and like once in a blue moon, and play a few ranked games just for funsies, and those are just fun because I'm just hanging with my buddy. But welcome on in, folks. How we doing? Yeah, the dwarf city that we're working on, Tough Hall, is based off of Dornogal, which is the War Within, World of Warcraft, the capital city. So I think that was an expansion ago. Like last expansion, maybe 2 ago at this point. Couldn't tell you. No, because they're still on midnight, right? It's just like the last patch is coming out soon. I don't know. Ferns. That should be enough ferns. Ferns. Oh, I am going to need more bone meal because I'm going to have to grow those ferns into large ferns for the schematic. Eee. Dude, if I boot up StarCraft and I play a single player ranked, like 1v1 ranked game right now, my MMR on the back end still thinks that I am like as good as I used to be. So I did one a few weeks ago just because I was like, yeah, what the heck? Why not? Let's see what happens. And I got queued up against the Grandmaster, which is the top 200 players in the world. In my first game back, I got queued up against a Grandmaster who was ranked 17th in the world. The guy I'm playing again was 1 seat out of being at BlizzCon the previous year. I went and looked it up afterwards, and how do you think I'm supposed to play with that when I haven't played in years? Yeah, I got my butt kicked. It was... I'm like, the dude was nice, but I kind of joked in chat when it started. I was like, so this is my first game back, and he just goes, I'm sorry. I was just like, oh. If you're showing part of your sketch, do you ever think you'll do a whole video about it? Some of them. Yeah, I can show you. I'm actually working on something for the Swamp Village right now. It's still a work in progress, so I can show you all what's going on with it. But I've come up with the name for it. But here's my little Swamp Village. Look at my frog. So the village is gonna be called Mudglade. I'm working on another one, but he's still a work in progress. But look at my frog. Look at my frog. So in the lore in my brain is that they're frog people who live here, but they're just gonna look like Minecraft swamp villagers. So that's what we're working on. What's your favorite auto farm? What farm do I use the most? What farm do I use the most? I don't know. Probably a moss farm or something like that. I mean, my favorite farm that I have, my wither skeleton farm. But I don't really use it all that much. That's going to go off to the side. We're going to definitely need jungle. So maybe we just fly out right now and go get chopping because I don't have any. Let's just go do that. You can draw. I didn't know. That's sick. I've been drawing a lot recently. I've been trying to draw a lot more. Creeper. Yeah, creeper farm's pretty big for rockets, but mine all suck. Mine are terrible. They barely work. You make little frog fountains somewhere in your world? Maybe. YouTube friends, be sure to click the like button on the stream if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton. You just have the villagers literally be frogs. Well, we already have it canon in the world that frogs are murlocs, because I'm obsessed with World of Warcraft, so of course I had to have murlocs in here because they're the best things ever. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera. Let's see, does it? No, it's on the top. I have this old, it was a t-shirt that my wife cut into a poster for me. This has been out of view forevers, probably on the stream. There you go, you can see the reflection of the Minecraft. There you go. How can I get reflect right into the chat right there? But yeah, so I've had this forever. Sid, my wife did this for me like when we like, I think we were still dating, or maybe we'd just moved in together. I can't remember, but I've had this thing forever. Yeah, there's a whole top shelf. There's a whole top shelf that y'all can't see up there. It's got the Minecraft torch. It's got more Legos. It actually has the Discord Wumpus. They sent me one of those a while ago. And then it has like a fairy dragon from World of Warcraft and cool piece of we saw this artist. I can just show you. It's this artist that we came across when we were in New York, that they take pages out of books and draw over them. So it's from The Hobbit, and it's got Smaug and the Lonely Mountain and all that on it, and then they just like take the page of the book. And this is like one of the pages where it's talking about Smaug destroying things, and so it was cool. So I've got a few things of those. The classic Hobbit image. I've considered getting that as a tattoo. Nice. Oh, that's not an axe. I think we got all of them in there. Mod called Ribbits. It has frog villagers. Is that the ones that like go around with the little banjos, like play music and whatnot? I think I've seen that. who's your favorite mob, like in Minecraft favorite mob. I've always really liked the sniffer aesthetically, but it doesn't have many uses. But I would say, like, just purely based off of vibes, sniffer is my favorite mob in Minecraft. If we're going for, like, useful functionality, the sniffer unfortunately doesn't have a whole lot going for it. So, yeah. But I do love my semi-trucks, dude. Oh, I love my little sniffer boys. They're the best. They're so cool. Such a cool design for a mob. Just in general, such a cool design that really fit the Minecraft aesthetic as soon as it was released. And man, I hope they give it something else to do later. Like, I've been thinking just in the drawing that I've been doing of, I kind of want to make a wandering, like, traveling merchant who is like a seed salesman and their mount is a sniffer. I feel like that's just such a cool aesthetic. Yeah, you can use the sniffer sounds to sound like a boat creaking in the water or something like that, which is probably how Blocky found it all. He was like, how can I turn a sniffer into a boat? Or something boat adjacent. Why don't you use your tree farm too much? I try to not auto farm things all that much in my Minecraft world. Unless I need it for a giant bulk amount for a project. I totally get people who want to auto farm stuff, save all your time that you want to. But for me, I've found in order to not burn out while playing this game, I need to stay involved with my Minecraft world. And a big part of that I've found is actually going out there, gathering resources, growing up the trees, chopping it all down, and having more of that gameplay. Otherwise, I feel like I'm playing creative mode with extra steps. Which, for me, quickly leads to burnout. Yeah. Did you explain at start what happened Monday stream? Oh, I was just working. I'm going out of town tomorrow for the weekend. It's a family member's 60th, so we're headed out to go hang with them and spend some time with the fam. And I was very behind on videos. I feel like I'm at a good point here, especially if we can get all these resources gathered up on stream today. So Monday, I was on the Spawn Chunks podcast in the morning. Super cool. If you haven't checked it out. Was hanging out with Pixarefs and Joel Duggan over there, yapping about all things cushions, sulfur cubes, chaos cubed, hardcore, commands changes and why bad, and all that stuff, a little of everything. So you can go check that if you want to. But so I did that in the morning, and then I had a recording session in the afternoon. And I was like, my schedule's booked. I'm gonna just not stream. Can you use a golden dandelion and a tadpole? I've never actually tried. Probably. I was surprised to find recently you can use it on the baby sulfur cubes. Dude, we already got a whole ranch for sniffers. Wish jungle trees drop a little more saplings. Would be nice. Burp. Give up. No one cares about wetlands and their definitions. I shall suffer alone about this treeless swamp. It's only being called a swamp because people on the internet are not going to be the smartest. And also the algorithm would hate it if I called it a wetland. I have to call it a swamp. I can never find the sniffer eggs. It has to be warm ocean ruins that you warm ocean ruins, so it has to be sand, and then you have to brushy the suspicious sand. How much wood do I need? We probably have enough by now, I'll be honest. That's probably enough on the jungle front. I do need 187 jungle trapdoors, though. One more tree. Take this big boy down. Head up to the Washington / Seattle area. Do you have any suggestions? We're hiking around the state, going up to rainforest and hiking around there too. Any inside info? Are you looking for just like hikes, or are you looking for just like spots to hang? And what level of hiking are you looking for? So I think a few of my favorite hikes, which I don't know is next to the rainforest you're talking about, but Eastern Washington, there's Lake Ingalls, Ingalls. It's very cool. No animals allowed. You're very much getting up into the mountains, but it's a big one. It's not a beginner hike at all. I've only ever done it once, and I was in like the best shape of my life. Like high school, like I was playing sports constantly, and I still got my butt kicked by it. But it was beautiful. You go up to all these glacier lakes, and it looks like something out of Lord of the Rings up there. That one's really good. Mailbox Peak is also really fun. If you're looking for like a simple one, Poo Poo Point is pretty chill, easy hike with good views. Rattlesnake Ridge is also an easy one with really good views. Pretty busy though. Yeah. What's the future plan for the jungle biome? I have no idea. What peak? Poo Poo Point. Yeah, no, it's a real thing. Literally, it's like a great hang glider place, and it's spelled exactly how you would think it's spelled. There's people go hang gliding off here all the time, so you can hike to the top and just like watch people go hang gliding. But on a clear day, you can see all the way to Seattle. It's beautiful. But yeah, no, it's for the kiddos, it's the best name ever for a hike. Yeah. I said what I said. Just down the world, you have an area where you want to go first? I mean, if you're just getting started, the city's a cool spot to check out. It's right there. Should be right around the corner. But I don't know, just jump on a road and start wandering. That's the whole point of the world. Who declared the name of that? I don't know. That's actually the name. Yeah, y'all thought I was joking? No. It's not even like the local's name. That is legit the name. We got some funny ones up here. Names of things. Okay, so I need about 3 stacks of trapdoors, and I have nothing. Still nothing. We're all a bunch of children, aren't we? If you can't embrace your inner child when you're no longer a child, then what are you even doing? That's gotta be like the whole point of it, right? Okay, so 4.5 stacks of those. Boom. 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 That's a lot more than 4. That'll be 5. We can do that. 43, so we can take that. Bam. Bam. I need 3 shelves, and I have 4. Oh, boy. Now I need a lot of signs. Don't got a lot of stick. Okay. I'm actually full on oak logs right now. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so I need 3 stacks of jungle signs. Oh, there we go. Definitely have enough jungle. I already have jungle in one of these, I believe. Probably can't fit all that in there. Whatever. Anything jungle in here? We can pull out, pull that out. Pull that out, and they can all go in there. Definitely did those. Let's do spruce. I might need to go chop some sprucies down too. Never mind. I forgot I did a lot of sprucey chopping already. I'm just going to throw those in there to clear up my inventory space a little. Move that guy back over there. I need 4 stacks of logs. I need 2 shelves, and that should be good on that front. We need 12 slabs. Love it. Need 100. And 70 of these. I already got a few, so that should actually be pretty close. Dang it! 4 shy. Got a few extra. You should make a bowling alley. You could with the new sulfur cubes. 4.5 stacks. Oh, man. Regretting building this whole thing on stilts now. Oh, I ran out of stick. I'm out of stick. So close. There's 5 stacks, so I'll just do that. Any tips to keep playing in a Minecraft Forever world? If you really want to keep your Minecraft world going, you need to find a way that it stays engaging with you. That's going to change per person, but finding a way where you're going to want to keep logging back into it every once in a while. You don't have to play every single day for a Forever world, but finding that reason why you want to keep coming back. For me, it's I love to tell the story I'm creating in this world, so that helps me want to keep coming back to keep telling new stories in here. Whereas some people might be like, ooh, I want to make the most game-breaking farms possible and get a bajillion resources in the storage room and complete a million items of every single type in this game, and that's their reason to want to keep coming back. So there's a lot of different points for that for people. You just really got to find like what one is gonna work for you is the big thing. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I think I need that. Is that enough? That is enough. We have 1 extra. Actually, those can come out of there. Those can go in there. And then I think I have that spruce just sitting in here. Bam, bam, bam. And I have 1 too many items. My desire to have all my stuff together is not working. Take the candles out. Put the candles with my other candles. Alexar, thank you so much for the 18 months. Appreciate you. I'm lurking a little bit here, but big here for the swamp vibes. I'm gonna do my best. Don't worry. We'll try our best. Okay, what else do I need out of here? That is, we need some birch. I don't need that. It's like birch and oak. Okay. Is the pearl of fWhip? No. It's fWhip. Come on. Goose geese. fWhip. It's pretty simple. Okay, so I need some more of those. What's your favorite music disc? Honestly, the new one that is coming with that came with Chaos Cubed, pretty solid. Pleasantly surprised by the vibes. I feel like I very much hit the nostalgia vibe without like going over the top of really trying to be the old stuff. Like, it stands on its own, but it still kind of has that old school Minecraft feel to it, which is really fun. Outside of that though, I really like Other Side. Other Side and Creator are pretty good. The Lava Chicken one honestly is really good, even outside of the memes, but sometimes people like to meme it too hard. Love these village videos. Great. How mad would you be if you died? It's not gonna be like, I'm gonna be furious. It's gonna be more of how it happened, I think, is gonna be the thing that I'm like, really? That was it? Because I feel like no matter what you do as a Minecrafter in the hardcore scene, like, you're gonna be prepared for everything that's thrown at you left and right. Like, you know what's gonna happen. But so I need 26 of those. So that's a lot of things. I think I need some more birch planks. We'll bring a whole stack. But you're gonna get a lot of things thrown at you constantly, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's one of those where eventually something is going to catch up with you and get you, because hardcore worlds are not forever. Like, it's not a true forever world. It's impossible to say that you're never going to die in a Minecraft world. So it's kind of like you go as long as you can. Eventually there's gonna be something I'm gonna be lazy about, and it's gonna get me. But I feel like, I don't know, I've made this claim before, so I'm hesitant to saying it, but there's not really many things in Minecraft that just like instant one-off you. Any creepers? Just looking for, I got my chest plate on, I got my totem in my hand. Just Minecraft, it doesn't have many things that just one-off you. But like it's possible, as I've confirmed by saying that in the past, literally blown up by a creeper a few seconds later.
Milestone chat, salamander emoji.
Rain and Thunderstorms, thank you so much for becoming a member. Woo! 21 months. YouTube friends, if you didn't know, you can click the little dollar sign under the chat window, and if you're a member and you're like, why don't I ever get my message? You have to click there and you can send your message. If you've been like, why the heck isn't mine here? But like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like whenever I do end up losing this world, I'm going to be bummed. Like, that's for sure. Especially if it's at a point where I'm like, my biggest worry, to be honest, is that I lose the world right as I'm starting a new video. Which is just like, I would rather it happen like halfway through recording something, like towards the end. But like, if it's right when I start a video and I have maybe 2 minutes of footage edited down, like that's a rough one. That's my book. I would be mad about that. Yeah, I ain't tempting fate. But yeah, I don't know. I already have plans for like what the next series will be, so it'll probably be like, I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes, and then like a week, take a week or two off, and then come back and start the next, which I'm planning to go in just a regular survival world after this. And my plan is to work on a data pack that allows me to add double biome sizes so I can get an in-between of large biomes and regular biomes. Just because I think it would look really cool. Perfect. Baza, thank you for the tier 2 membership, my dude. Appreciate you. You always put the death in the first episode of the next season. No, this is planned to be my last hardcore world. After I feel like I've had my time as a hardcore miner and crafter, and I'm ready to move to regular survival after this. And then I feel like I don't play Minecraft for hardcore anymore. Like, there's still that element of here that, like, it's impressive that I am doing things in hardcore. Sure, that's part of it, but I'm not over here tempting fate, doing crazy things, trying to, like, be like, haha, I did this in hardcore Minecraft. Like, I barely title videos that I'm playing in hardcore anymore. Like, the whole thing about this is building the world, showing the gameplay, checking out the new updates as they roll out, and blah 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 blah. You know, that sort of a content is really where I stick in now. So I don't know, I feel like I'm like outgrowing the hardcore scene, which is fine because I grew into it, and then I'll outgrow it, and then we'll find new things, and we'll keep having fun. But I feel like me playing in hardcore isn't necessarily like the important part of me making content anymore, if that makes sense. I think that's everything we can get in here. Looks like it. Cool. Dude, I got so many extra shulkers. I thought we were going to need so much more stuff. That's hilarious. Reminds me of when Ren, I think it was Ren, died 5 minutes into the live series recording. He didn't trim the footage and just showed a picture of his dog for 30 minutes. I remember that, like, Hermitcraft did that they did like some competitive event a long time ago. It was like a not Hermit Wars, but I don't remember what it was. Anyways, not important what the thing was called, but I think it was either Wells Night or False died like a few minutes into the first recording, when this was meant to be like a 8 video thing releasing over a few months, but everybody was on one life, and so they would like gear up, the border would shrink. It was like, but they all had their own bases. There was custom map was built for it, blah 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 blah, and custom loot and everything. And then they died like a few minutes into the first thing, and we're just like, well, I guess I'm just going to be in spectator mode, following around my friends for the next bit, and that's my last episode. It's just kind of funny how that stuff happens. It goes that way sometimes. There's just nothing you can do about it. Think I'll ever join Hermitcraft? I knew the question was coming. I knew it. I knew it. Y'all are so predictable. I mentioned the word once, and people go, would you join? I knew it. I don't know. I really like what I do. I guess y'all came in from Impulse, so there's that. There's the more connection than just normal. I would love to interact with a lot of my friends who are on that server more than I do currently, and that's like the big draw for me. But I don't think I have the draw of being like, I have to be on Hermitcraft to like just like have that success of being like in that group. I definitely had that phase when I was early on in my YouTube career, but I really like what I do. I really like the I really like my single player series. I really like having that control over the worlds that I'm building, and I don't have to worry about stepping on other people's toes if their bases are right next to me or anything of that sorts. So I feel like my answer is forever, and I don't know. It would definitely be something where if they were to reach out to me and be like, hey, do you want to join? It would very much be, give me a few days to think on it. How about the question, will Hermitcraft join fWhip? True. We got to get them all into hardcore. That's what we need to have happen. Anything else in here that there were some things in there I needed. Oh, I forgot to get ladders. Get my glow lichen though. Oh. wood in here. You can just make a few ladders. Usually have wood. Where did I put those? I want them all together. Where did I put them? Where did I just put that box? Where the heck did that box go? Right there. Hey, Kiwi, welcome in. You levers. Why is it always levers? I'm always out of levers, dude. Oh, I need some more things out here. Sorry, I'm just using auto collect to get a few things, because then we can move on and do other things. Do I not already have those? Well, that's full box. It's also full box. That's full box. There we go. So those are all full boxes. Those are empty. That's work in progress. You're basically full. What's the ugliest blocks in your opinion? There's no ugly blocks in Minecraft. Oh, those were missing blocks for a second. I got really concerned that a mob was stealing my stuff. When are you starting a new city? I'm just finished up the first one. And we still... Oh, actually, we still have the harbor to do. Because I've decided to expand. The city will never end. Boom, 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 boom. No chisel tough. Oh, you know, I need to go get some more jungle planks because I am using some lead tech of jungle boats on thingies. Do I literally just need the one deep slate? Oh, I need the sulfur in here. Like that very technical term, I'm using jungle boats on thingies. What do you do about city buildings that aren't up to par with their building skills because they are old? Just because something's old doesn't mean it's not good. But for what you're saying there, I'm assuming you mean like if I feel like something doesn't match my current building skills, I leave it. I don't do anything to it. That's what I do. My big reason for that is if I've made something in this Minecraft world back in the day, because I'm so old and I've been in this world forever and ever and ever that basically a miracle I'm still alive. But no, if I made something in the past that I was happy with how it turned out back then, I don't change it because otherwise I will never do new things. I feel like the second you start reworking things in a Minecraft world is the second you stop expanding your Minecraft world. That's like the realest thing for me. And I also think it can lead to burnout because you very much start to prioritize saying like, ooh, I've got all these ideas. I want to do this and this and this and this and this. But before I can do that new fun stuff I'm really excited about, I have to go redo that thing over there, you know? And so I try very hard to just say, you know what? I liked it when I built it, and that means it's good. Unless it's like glaringly in the way. If it's a redstone farm or something, I mean, that thing's getting torn out, dude. Get that the heck out of here. Make way for the beautiful builds. The redstone farms can be rebuilt somewhere else. But if it's a build that I made a while ago and I liked the build when I made it, I don't redo it. That's like my core thing, is that just because I don't like it, I I don't like it now doesn't mean that I didn't like it then, I guess. There's a few things that I like want to update. For example, this roof right here is all mangrove, because I was waiting for Cinnabar to be added to the game, so I just made it as that to temporarily do it. So I want to go back and retexture that. So we'll get to that next time we get into the city. Yeah, and I think it's also cool to show that the style of the city has changed. It also in itself adds age to the city, if you think about it. Because I was already down here before stream. I got a ton of these things gathered up. I'm gonna take as many as I can. We're just gonna run it back to the quarry real quick. Alright, the quarry. Whatchamacallit. But I think it's a cool way to show that your world has grown. Your world isn't something that's just been built in a single day of your current snapshot of who you are right now. It's fun to be able to show the thing expanding and growing as it does all the cool stuff. So I'm big on not redoing things if I can help it. Okay, we are on to the last little bits. Like into the mouse farm. Hey, Bars, how we doing, dude? Welcome home. How was your trip? I'm gonna grab 2 stacks of these because I think I'm gonna want some extras. I realized that in a swamp, I should probably have a little bit of moss growing on top of some buildings. Just like a little tiny touch on the roofs, maybe here and there. I'm very sunburnt. Dude, you gotta get on that sunscreen game, man. Gotta get on that sunscreen game. Sunscreen multiple times a day. You already have wildfire smoke in Canada? Ooh. Or from Canada? Moss on swamp? Moss on log and swamp? Wait, no logs. No logs allowed. That's the rule. No logs allowed. Okay, so we need a stack of that. I also need another 3 stacks. I'm gonna take 4. Not for trees, though. That in there. That's got all the other leaves in it, but it's full. Woe is me. I have too many blocks. That's fine. The flowers I could take from here. Because I can't take from here. I don't have, no, I have 1. Actually, I have 2 if you count the one in the pot.
fWhip Coda Pets, fWhip Nova Pets, fWhip Munch.
Who are you munching, dude? Don't munch me. I don't want to be eaten. Havoc, thank you for the 44 months. I appreciate you. I think I have a sandstone box in here. Yeah, I need 6 sandstone stairs, 1 of them's. And that's actually it. Boop, boop. Now we need to go to Tough Hall because I can't build without copper anymore. I'm too dependent on copper, so I have to have copper in everything. Your sky is yellow. Oof. I hate that, dude. When you're going outside and you're like, I don't like it. I have to be a member. Been following since the very beginning of this hardcore world. Thanks, One Burrito. Come on in, dude. YouTube friends, click the like button if you haven't already. Helps me out a bunch. I appreciate y'all. If you consider trying the Conquest Reforged mod, it's what those complete lunatics on Artocraft used to build their hyper-realistic Middle Earth. You know I've been on the internet for too long. I was one of the original developers of that mod. No, and not only was I one of the original developers of Conquest Reforged, well, we're not gonna get into it too much, but it's my entire channel started with conquest. Okay, so we need a stack of waxed copper bars. Let's do that. Did I tell y'all I decided I'm gonna build a honey farm right over there, just so we can have something in this place to do that and get as we need. We can just get all of the honey that we need, so I don't like keep getting freaked out about running out here and having to go back over. Need another 6. When I built the first house that y'all saw in today's thumbnail, I had already
Pleased to meet you. Oh, hey, that's a few
done some
months.
resource gathering for it. And I like tried to over gathering just in case I wouldn't would have enough, so I wouldn't need to get more. It didn't work. I still need more. Those in there. What's that, Stam? Stam, thank you so much for the 26 months. Just a few. Just a few. Okay, so we need basically a stack of thems. Stack of them apples. There's lurky turkey. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Okay. We're off to the other side of the world to see the castle. Wonderful ruined castle of grass. How many days? We are on day 13,757. Also, if y'all haven't seen it, this video came out. It's pretty sick. Geysers, that's your cue. It's pretty sick. Could you imagine if we did that and it like landed? And then we get like the whoop, the swoopity whoop, the uppies? No uppies. We're trying one more time. No, I just missed it. Oh, if you have a Elytra going with a rocket, you don't get the uppies. I wanted the uppies. Family friendly stream? Yeah, we're family friendly. As in no swearing and things. No uppies. No uppies for me. Thank you for the profits, by the way, Weird. I appreciate you dropping those off of the base. Dude, we're so rich. What'd you do if you died as a result of a bug? It depends on the bug. We technically have had one death in this world due to a bug. I've talked about it quite a few times by now, but if those are not familiar in it, there used to be a bug in Minecraft that, I don't know if it was all horses, but the scenario that happened was I got my first skeleton horse in this world. I literally had just gotten it, and we're actually going to fly over the point where it happened. It was literally right there, and it was just like right there before these fields existed. And I got my skeleton horse. I was super excited. Woo! I'm jumping around, just going yay, celebrating in the clip, being like, we did it. We beat the skeleton horseman, and we got a skeleton horse. Woohoo! Yay! And what happened was my wife was like, hey, do you want to go walk the dogs? And I was like, sure, I just finished this up. I could use a break. And I hit pause and I hit save and quit. And I was still on the skeleton horse and I was still in the air. Are you going to try and remove lag in the world? Dude, I've been doing so much. This is the aftermath of I've already done it. Anyways, so I'm midair, skeleton horse, and I log out. And I log back in after walking my dogs, having a lovely afternoon. Look at that skeleton horse right there as we're talking about him. Basically, it's fixed now, but I was like here, and then I logged out. And then I logged back in, and for some reason that inverted my Y level. So where previously I was at like Y positive 80, when I logged back in, suddenly I was at Y negative 80. And if y'all are super smart on number crunching, you know why that's bad. I was below the bedrock. So before my game even loaded in, I started hearing the damage taking death sounds. And I was like, what's going on? And then finally it loaded in, and I was met with the death screen of you fell into the void. And so I just went, and so then I went back and I had flashback running, so I saved it and I went and looked in the flashback, and you can literally see one frame of me when I log in above ground, and then the next frame and just zoom down underground, and then I just died. So for that that one right there, we did a little I did a little rollback, because that is a stupid way to end a series. If there's something where I'm in game and I'm doing something and like something glitches and like I take extra damage, all fair, dude. No, take that back. No, take that back. Get over here, you stupid little LA. Take this back. Why are you flying so high? Get down here, Icarus. Thank you. Welcome to my grass farm. Here we farm grass. You can tell it's a farm for grass because we're getting grass. And there's a lot of grass around here. Wake up, Stacy. Thank you for becoming a member. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Good to have you. Is that fixed though? Yes, the bug has been fixed.
Pleased to meet you.
Zoovly, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. What I should really
Pleased
do
to
is set up
meet you.
another
I had
on
a
button
milestone
over there.
message this whole time. Well, make sure to toss a like to your flipper _fWhip heart.
Jinxie, thank you for the 35 months as a mega fan. I really do appreciate the support as always. Thank you for everything you do. Appreciate you. Grass farm is so relaxing. Setting up the allays at the grass farm, honestly, is a really, really good call. Oh. Also, netherite shears when, please. Why, in 17 years, do we still only have 238 durability on shears? With no option to get them. How to renew my membership? Yeah, I thought you had been a member for a while, but it wasn't showing the number of months. I don't know. Arcane Gaming, they were 22 months, my dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, I looked at the mod Murdlerv emote to add it to Twitch after some of the mods that asked me about it, and we are full on emotes right now until we hit another individual Twitch subscriber milestone. So, and I've got a few that I have in the backlog now, so if we hit that milestone, when we hit that milestone, I'll ask the community what emote they want to add back. You can add Unbreaking 3 and Mending the Shears. Yeah, I know, but they still don't last that long. I've got 2 Unbreaking 3 Mending
Pleased
Shears.
to meet you.
Efficiency 5 too, I think.
Left just name changed. Hope you're having a great day.
Used to be a Battlefield, just name change. Hey, Simply Dan, thank you so much for the 10 months. Appreciate the heads up on that too. Simply Dan seems to be, it fits you well. It'd be even better if your name is not Dan. I don't know what your actual name is, but if it's not Dan, that's even more funny. If it is Dan, then it's Simply Dan. Okay, we actually got enough. Sick. Okay, come here, you stupid little guys. Get back up there. It is Dan. Okay, it's still good though. Still good though. Love my blue trees are purple. That's the blue one. You watch Minecraft content? I watch a little bit. I'll be honest, I don't tend to watch a ton of Minecraft stuff. But I do like to have videos in the background when I'm just chilling. How much durability would netherite shears have? I think they need the same durability as a tool, which is 2031. Granted, your shear would last forever. But if you think about it, shears have been made so redundant in Minecraft for everything other than shearing sheep and harvesting grass or ferns. Because all of the new foliage that they've added to Minecraft since like the wild update, I believe, all of the foliage that's been added since then has, for the most part, been able to be gathered with silk touch or not even needing silk touch. So that is a big change right there. But then also on top of that, when you look into it even further, I forgot to go get more jungle. We got to fly back. We can just do that after we get our flowers. But if you look into that even further, is they made it so that you can harvest leaves very quickly with a hoe a while ago. Was that in the nether update? Or was that post nether update? I can't remember. Let's just go now. But anyways, so you have the ability to harvest wool very quick, or leaves very quickly with a hoe, which used to be the use case for shears primarily. So that's already been made redundant of one of the main use cases. So literally there's 3 things that you get. You get ferns, you get grass, and you get wool. Granted, it's also good for early game, but then they become very much less useful late game. Like, obviously you're still going to fill your sheep farms with just shears automatically. You're not going to waste the netherite ingots to get them filled up with netherite shears. But I think for like end game equivalent, a shear needs to have a better version. Oh, and dead bushes too. Thank you, Sirius. So there's 4 things. There's 4 things that use a shear for. Everything else that shears used to be used for has been removed, or has had a better version to be able to do it now. So I'm a big proponent of, I think netherite shears need to come to Minecraft. Or some other way, just to make shears good. Yeah, you can use shears to stop things from growing, so I guess that's a new use case for them. So you can use that on like weeping vines. You can't use it on regular vines on Java. I don't know if you can on Bedrock. But so you have glowberries you can stop from growing. You have seagrass you can stop from growing. You have the warped one that grows up, twisted vine. And then you have the crimson vine that grows down. You got that. You can stop all those from growing. I do wish you could use it on a sapling. I think that should be added to shears to stop them from growing. I think that would be fun. Wicked Stacy, thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I guess bees too. Okay, so they've added a few things. But anyways, why is the earliest thing that takes 2 iron still the end game option? There needs to be more longevity and better ways of moving somebody at end game to make it more efficient. Because it's not fun to carry around a whole stack of iron blocks with you so you can make shears when you need a lot of stuff gathered up. Okay, our last thing that we need to do here is we need to turn this guy on. I'm really hoping that he still has bone meal in him. He does! Woo! My seed and blue orchid farm. That actually gives light blue dye. I've been just leaving all the seeds here. All right, we can throw those in with our grass right here. That's all ready to go. I do have extra boxes, just the one. And otherwise, this is everything we need in order to build up the entire rest of the village. We did it. That's all the materials. Moving that back here. Before we get into that, though, we've got a little bit of a side mission that I've not been looking forward to, and I've been putting it off for quite some time. we need to break everybody's eardrums. So we need to go through and we need to convert a lot of this dirt into mud. I can't do it to clay, which is so dumb. So we're going to spend some time doing this around where the next builds are going to go, so that I can have that all finished up. Actually,
almost 2 years and a new
before we do this, I have a smarter idea. Our poor ears. I'll turn it down when we get there. Don't worry. I want to take our max layer here. Don't look at it. It's all spoilers. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to show render layers. We're going to go to refresh. Why can't I clear? Why did that go down there? Oh. Yeah. Why is there a bush at this layer? There shouldn't be a bush at this layer. How did a bush get at this layer? Alright, we need to go here, get rid of you. Who is that though? Who just did something in my ear? What did the thing do in my ear? It's not showing up for some reason. Whoever that was, thank you. Was that a Streamlabs dono? I don't know why those don't show up in my list. It's very annoying. What's bad about that noise? When we have to do that a few 100,000 times, it gets a little noisy. Look at my homie. He's a frog. He's just... It's like Men in Black. He's a frog, but he's not dressed as a frog right now.
How many greetings?
Variasha, thanks so much for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is my fan. He's my fan. What we can do right now, though, is actually... Oh, I can actually finish this. Resource... grind done. That's all of the things in there. Would you want to retexture swamp villagers specifically to look like frog people? I feel like I'd have to change their model, and I don't want to do that, because otherwise they just look real goofy. Save, please. Yay. Okay, before we get to this layer thing, let's take some more stacks of carrots. I'm still fishing. Oh, he got off. Okay, well. Oh, they have 2 children. But you're not swamp children. Dang it. Let's just push you into the water. Thank you. Goodbye. Why are you guys throwing your carrots over here? So, don't look at this, but I'm only interested in getting swamp villagers currently.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Tactical corn, don't look at this. Don't look at it. It's fine. He's totally fine down there. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Nothing happened. I need a second swamp villager. It's like a 50-50 chance of getting one. It's so annoying. He's fine. He's totally fine too. He's so fine. He's so fine. See, he just poofed. He just teleported away. That's what happened. It's better than what happens to the baby villagers on the bus stop, at least. So that's fine. All right. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't want that. We just want these things. Oh, I could also use the muddy roots, I guess. We're using these for pathways too. I'm regaining some mud. Don't worry, y'all. This stream is very family friendly. Can't be any worse than the axolotls. I don't know what you're talking about. Still in my stats. I think we're in the clear. Still 0. We're at 1, 2, 3 bats though, so that's pretty solid. My bat count is looking fantastic right now. Oh, you know, we don't want to put in the muddy roots yet because... actually, underneath those can just be dirt. That's fine. Doesn't matter. The reason why I'm doing this now is so that we can know the areas I need to work in. And then we can turn the schematic off. And then we can just go to town on getting... all of our mud made. I don't have any dirt. It's been kind of a problem. Fine. We'll deal. These are my Swamp Village pathways. And they look very path-like. When you design this? We designed the first house, that guy, on stream last... Was that Friday or was that Wednesday? I don't know. Last week. But it is... The VOD is up on the second channel if you want to check it out. I've been working on this thing for a little over a week now, probably. Oh, by the way, there's a new video coming out tomorrow. Want to hear me rant about things? Tune in to fWhip tomorrow on the YouTubes. It's a good rant, I promise. I won't give you any low quality rants. If I'm a rant, it's gonna be a good rant. Ranting podcast? No, it's just there's like a talkie one-off video coming out tomorrow on the channel that I just thought was kind of a fun one to talk about. Okay, that's most of the pathway for this section, which is sick. I said I wasn't gonna add geysers, and then I added a geyser. I like it. All that. Are you using an auto build or print feature or whatever is there already for when you have the building materials? Don't know your cheat away, just wondering. Yeah. No, I'm Lightmatica auto place. Or easy, not auto place, easy place. I gotta at least like look at the block and then it goes. There's a printing mode, which is pretty fun, that just goes whee, but I don't use it that often. It steals my water. Rude. No, for that one, I will only ever use that for snow layers. That's a, I have 80,000 snow layers to place down, and I'm going to go insane if I have to do that all by hand. Oh, I did need some stuff back here. I run out of spruce planks? Oh, because I'm at a new layer. Yeah. I don't need to get rid of any of those. Okay, so we'll just go grab more of what we have. And spruce slabs. Yeah, I use the printing for snow layers because otherwise it is terrible. I need that. I need that. I need that. Do we have a swamp child? No children here yet? No children? Come on. I just need a second swamp child. Cool. There's that. Okay. Walkways. We should do that. Okay, so I'm gonna keep a few stacks of mud on me. The rest of the stuff we're gonna put back, and we need to just start swimming. Well, not really swimming, but pretty close to it, to be honest. We will need not that. I'm gonna need this grass at some point, but I have a grass box here. Oh, I got extra grass. Wow. So we need all of this. I've got some extra mud left from when we did our big mud gathering thing a while ago. And now, just in the surrounding areas where I'm planning to put some buildings and really put foliage, we're gonna run through and just deal with this for a bit. So we got a lot of staring underneath, and for those areas that are underneath those guys, I'm just gonna leave them. And I did learn that you can, I thought this didn't work before, but you can just convert underneath seagrass. We actually don't need to break the seagrass, which is kind of nice. Is the mud adding fun? Stam, is it not adding whimsy? Is this not adding fun and whimsy? Are you telling me that I'm not being whimsical by adding mud to the bottom of my swamp? What do I need? A nice boulder? I'm being very whimsical. Thank you. I really try and embrace the whimsy. We got a lot of this to do. At least one nice boulder. Overgrown fallen tree. No, Stam, do you not know the rules? Trees aren't allowed. Trees are banned. You even like my channel? Do you even know anything about me? Oh, we're friends, Stam. Needs one donkey. Dude, what it needs is a second swamp villager. Do I need to give them even more carrots? Dude, I've given them like 9 stacks of carrots. I'm 1 for like 10 villagers to be a swamp villager. Trees are banned. Yeah, trees are banned in the swamp. Not allowed. No, they're still angry. Dude, I didn't do anything to them. There's no proof. The dungeon is in the swamp. It's basically the worst swamp dungeon, so stream fits perfectly. What dungeon? What launcher you use? Mine always lags. I just use vanilla launcher. I mean, I have a bunch of fabric mods installed to help with performance, but the physical launcher I use is the vanilla launcher. All right, we're gonna give him some more carrots and hope for the best. Go look for another villager over there too. Oh, Final Fantasy 14. Has not played. Yeah, dang it. Yeah. Oh, I bring more carrots. I even have a bell here so that they don't want to run away. Yes. Swamp villager? Swamp villager? Swamp. Look at your environment around you. Swamp villager. Swamp, 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 swamp. Swamp villager! Yes! Finally, two! Look at a little cute guy. I love him. Okay, so now we need to get him out of the boat and into the smaller boat because otherwise he will hurt himself. I am giving him privacy. Dude, they're... No, come on. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. I know, you're so smart. Look at your big brain. No, do not. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now, if we take him, he already has a bed. If we can get him around, I don't want to break my decorative. I broke it. This way. Nope, nope, this way. Look how cute he is, just being stuck in the mud, dude. Oh. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Go into the house. Witness a kidnapping? Dude, I just gave him a home. I know. If only you could stay this size. Can I golden dandelion you? You could be my little frog person. I could be so cute. Family. We have 2 swamp villagers. The village can begin. I'm just gonna leave them in there for now. Yeah, we'll just leave him there until the little guy grows up. I don't want him getting stuck anywhere. Wish we could keep these guys babies. Yeah, why can't? Isn't this slavery though? Ignore that I blocked them in, but no, they'll be free to roam wherever the heck they want. Their fate is their own. I've given them a home. I will give them food. I will give them a way to keep population going. If any of them choose to be a farmer. But their fate is their own. They were just voyagers. Look, they even... I don't even know. These guys, they came over here, their boat, they came into the swamp to try and get into the swamp, and then their boat, you know, got stuck, and they've just been cozying up on the boat, and then they have a family, and then the family's going to be growing, and then their future generations, multiple families, we don't need that type of swamp here, will be living out here, making this beautiful village their home. I don't plan to do the entire swamp today. I would love to. We need to cover a lot of the swamp in mud. Because the whole thing is supposed to be mud, not dirt. Did you know that the only way to get clay renewably in Minecraft, if you weren't aware, is to dry out mud? That's the only way. There's no other way to get renewable clay in Minecraft. You can get it technically from villagers, but you know, that's not really a renewable source. You can convert your dirt to your mud, and then you convert your mud into clay when it gets dry. So why is the bottom of the swamp clay and dirt when it could be the middle product between them all of mud? I'm just saying, if Minecraft wanted to really like bring that philosophy home, at least underwater in swamp biomes should be mud. We're following the entire tech tree of Minecraft that exists of how things function. Should be mud. And I believe if the swamp was made today, it would be out of mud. So I think the swamp needs an update, and it will get rid of the clay. Because if you still want the clay out of it, all you got to do is find Dripstone Cave and make a little drying station, which would be much more realistic because you'd have to dry your mud in order to get clay. Teach people how to do it IRL. You got to dry the stuff. Making dirt into mud into clay is not renewable because technically there's finite dirt. False! There's unlimited dirt because there's unlimited cobblestone stone. And stone can be unlimitedly created and turned into moss, which moss can be unlimitedly turned into podzol, which can be unlimitedly blown up and turned into dirt. Ha-ha! Infinite dirt, infinite mud, infinite clay. Bam! Get wrecked, nerd. Don't come at me with these fake facts. When there's something I'm going to complain about, you best believe I'm going to do research on it. Now, there's something I want to hype up. No research involved. I'm just going to say this is a cool thing. But if I'm going to complain, I'm going to know it all to complain about all of it. Stone, rooted dirt, mud, clay. No, it's stone, moss, podzol, dirt, mud, clay. Terracotta. Another one. Unlimited terracotta exists too. How did I not know any of that? How do you turn moss into podzol? By growing a 2x2 spruce tree on it. It's how you get infinite dirt in Skyblock, or you can make dirt farms out of it now. But the second you get moss in Skyblock, you have infinite of many things. Wish you could hydrate clay in a way. Yeah, like maybe submerging it underwater. In a biome that is known for being very, very wet and marshy and, dare I say, swampy. When do we build your dirt farm? I don't need to build a dirt farm. Dude, I have 2 double chests of shulker boxes of dirt currently sitting in storage. We have mined 797,000 dirt I have used 638,000 dirt. I've picked up 967,292 dirt because breaking grass. So we have 570,000 grass. So there's currently a surplus of near 330,000 dirt sitting in a storage room. I do not need a dirt farm until I deal with that. If that runs out, if I run out of dirt in this world, dude, I'll build a dirt farm. But I have no idea if we will ever run out of dirt. If we run out of dirt, I'm buying a lottery ticket, man. That's gonna be a moment. So in the creative copy of this, I cleared out all the seagrass because I used a brush to get rid of all the foliage everywhere so I could mask things more easily. And I'm really happy that previously I thought you had to, this way I remembered it, but I thought you had to break the seagrass before you could turn the underneath block into mud. So I thought I remembered having to do that for the river that we dug. Because I thought I did the seagrass and then I had to break it all and then mud it. But I could be wrong on that. Maybe I'm misremembering. But regardless, I'm very happy that I don't have to remove it. It looks very, very good. Except for the stupid clay. Ugh. Stupid bugged vines that are everywhere. I'm slowly fixing them. It looks so much better with the mud, dude. It looks so much better. I'm gonna keep saying that. We got a lot of stream time left to turn this place into mud. Really smart using a bottle like that. Yeah, I can't remember where I picked this up, but it's a very nice time saver. It was when we were doing the river. Because I placed it all with dirt for the riverbed, and I was like, but it would look so much better as mud. Is it mind-numbingly noisy, or are y'all vibing with how loud it is right now? I can turn it down if we need to. So we started watching the Avatar Last Airbender Season 2, the live action remake. The Season 2 just came out. Pleasantly surprised so far. We're 2 episodes in. We watched episode 1 on Sunday and we watched episode 2 last night. We just met Toph in the live action character, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I feel like they upped the game this season. And also Season 1 Avatar Last Airbender, even the cartoon it's just kind of needed information to get you to Season 2, and then it really picks up, but it's been pretty good. It's been pretty solid. Netherite ore looks like poop. Where do you get netherite ore? Finally getting my architecture certificate. Congratulations, that's huge. Off makes Avatar. I like the character. I like her as a character a lot, and the actress who's playing them in the season, she so far seems to fit the role super well. And I'm pretty sure the actress, she's blind as well, or am I misremembering that? I thought I had heard that they like intentionally were trying to hire a blind actress. I don't know if I'm right on that or not. So I don't. If the internet can tell me if I'm correct or not, that'd be cool. Avatar is an anime. It also has a live action. Season 1, Season 2 just came out. Also, the movie's launching. Kind of bummed it's on Paramount. It's one of the only things I don't have a subscription to because I never really watch anything on it. So I'm going to have to pay for that for a month. Ugh. Not really blind. Okay, wait. Maybe I misheard that. Make house buildings on stilts. Okay, what's next? She's not blind? Okay, thank you for the correction. I thought I had read that somewhere. Probably some random Reddit post that had no truth behind it. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. She has a blind coach. She got contacts that make her blind-ish. Interesting. Cat being here to help for once. Anything is possible. Just like people clicking the like button on YouTube. Make stilt houses. I already did. Oh, you want plural. Okay. Asking for a lot. Now I must mud. Look at this last little bit in here. Yeah, episode 2 is a good Zuko episode. I'm interested to see how they change it. Blocky, you think they actually heard me? No, they're just here to type the message and yell that I'm not answering them. Yeah, I used to still use some of my parents' accounts for streaming things, but they've really cut down on like geolocation account sharing for certain platforms in the US. So it's like it was getting annoying. It was every like week I was having to like re-sign into things and I have to get like an emailed verification code. So I felt bad bugging my mom all the time. Yeah, no spoilers for the show too much into it, but that is cool. I mean, Avatar obviously came out a long time ago, but any changes for like the live action would be don't want to know too much about, but that's cool to hear that they change for the better. All right, so we need to basically we have to do this like 30,000 times. You build stilts on houses. Done. You're not watching the World England. I saw the score, but I don't have it pulled up. I'm gonna watch the highlights later. feel like a live action remake of Legend of Korra could go hard. Legend of Korra was one of those, when I saw it the first time, I was like, it's not as good as the Avatar Last Airbender. But now I've watched it a few times, I'm like, yeah, okay, it aged fairly well. Okay, we're gonna stop to there, because I'll finish off this until it gets to the skinny point. Dude, it's been like getting toasty here to the point now. One of my like most infuriating things I feel like I've been having to deal with is like wearing glasses, and then like glasses wearers will get this where like the like on your nose where the glasses sit gets a little like sweaty, and so they just like start slipping down, and I feel like it's an instant headache, and I'm just like, I hate everything right now. It's like one of the most infuriating things about wearing glasses. I don't know why. I feel like in the last few months I've just been like so like anti-wearing glasses. For a long time I didn't care. I was like, yeah, I feel like I look pretty good with them. More recently I'm just like, I don't want to wear these anymore. Or you get a little groove in your nose. Yeah. So I think when I started my channel, I wasn't wearing glasses full time, even though I probably should have been. But like definitely since I've become full-time on YouTube, I've been wearing glasses full-time. Like that was as soon as I graduated college, I went to wearing glasses full-time, but I'm over it, dude. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm very curious to see how much progress we've made, because we've been at this for like 20 minutes now. Like being able to see which I wore glasses will awake since high school. I mean, I get that. I feel like for me, like I obviously I will keep wearing them because I need them to see. I feel like I can like go on a hike or do yard work or just like kind of do like like if I'm reading at night, I'm not really wearing my glasses as long as my like my vision isn't completely crap. Like it's decent, but it's definitely like, I'm gonna say that they're laying down. Otherwise, this Iron Golem's not doing its job. But it's definitely one where I know that when I'm like at my computer, if I'm wearing my if I'm not wearing my glasses, I definitely have to like strain a little bit. All right, there, everybody's still alive. A third swamp villager. Another one. Hello, my child. What? No, I'm just ignore me. I don't have a bed for him over there yet, so I'm gonna actually leave him here. Yeah, if only there was a block that could generate creepy fog. Well, I can give you fart clouds and geysers. How's that? Or bubbles. How's bubbles? Dude, if there was a block that could create atmospheric fog in Minecraft, that would be so sick. Could you imagine what you could do with that? That'd be really... I mean, actually, atmospheric rain does a very good job of implementing a fog when it's rainy, like down at ground level. So if Mojang could figure out a way to implement that type of a mechanic into the game that we could use, that could honestly, if this skulk dimension thing is real, that could be a great place for a block like that to exist. But they'd have to be very careful on what color they make it. That's like the make or break situation, really. My bottle. Give me my bottle of water. My bottle of water. Because I have to drink... I mean... Fill up the bottle of water from right above the dirt and then place the bottle of water right back down on the dirt. Very important to do in that order. The water is not able to get into the dirt unless you pick it up from right on top of it in a small amount, not a whole bucket, only a tiny amount, and then put it right back on it. I feel like it wouldn't be a great change for the game. Like, I don't think I would personally want this, but it would be interesting if just dirt underwater eventually turned into mud. It would definitely take away a lot of decoration opportunities for certain things, but it'd be kind of interesting. Like at a really slow rate. I feel like water would need to be more opaque for that to be a thing. More use for coarse dirt. Yeah, but coarse dirt is not always the greatest block to replace dirt. Like, there's a lot of situations where I wish I could use just dirt, but I have to use coarse dirt because I don't want grass to grow over my dirt. Or you have to use rooted dirt, which is... Like, it's great to have those varieties. I think they're awesome blocks on their own, but sometimes they're not what you want exactly, and you're kind of stuck with them. Coarse dirt already has a ton of use cases, though. Like it that's more of just a food for thought. I don't know if it should actually happen, though. I think it is cool to have things happen in your Minecraft world over time, but I don't think there should be like a ton of things that are happening. One, from a lag perspective, but two, from a just, you want players to be able to control the environment around them to some extent. You don't want just like how Vintage Story has all of the seasons and things, and is very much lends more to being a survival game due to how many seasons and everything it has. Because a good example that gets brought up a lot is people want seasons in Minecraft, but then what happens to like your field that you have decoratively around your medieval farming village that you've made? When it gets to winter, does that mean that the 10,000 wheat seeds you planted down over a few weeks is then suddenly just destroyed and dead? Like, does that come back after the snows fade from it transitioning to winter season? Or with that, like, you have to go plant it again yourself manually? In that case, that limits the ability for players to really expand their worlds to a certain extent, because after a while, you just have to be doing maintenance on things, or you have to be careful to not visit a space while it's winter time so that the chunks don't load in, and then like you get into that on a server and things. It's just like, I'm a proponent for some things happening like over time, but a lot of things like seasons, at least, I've never thought would be a good fit for Minecraft. Okay, I thought, I'll be honest, that this was going to take me hours. Granted, I haven't looked at the map yet to see how much we've done. Can we see on here? We've actually done, let's see, we did, I think actually up here is going to be easier. Looks like I did miss a spot there. But we've got like everything in there. I mean, eventually I want like the entire biome covered, so we have been at this for a few minutes. But I think what I want to accomplish on stream so far is probably like we'll expand this out to there for that lower section, at least that like one level down, finish up around there, fill those in, and then probably take like that second level down and bring it over to here, and then try and get around these little guys some more, because basically where I'm building the village, I want it to be mud on the bottom already.
Pleased to meet you.
Did someone order an unlucky number? I didn't on purpose, but I am glad I am still here. Not a member yet. Should have done it yesterday.
Bart, thank you for the 13 months, my dude. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know. I think 13 is a pretty good number. Keep forgetting to drink water. Yeah, I feel like everything except spring we now have in Minecraft, unless you were to count, well, that'll be when the poplar forest actually gets added to the game. But if you were to count, what would it be?
Cha-ching!
Thank you for the gift membership as well, Bart. Appreciate you. If you were to count like a, would be not, is it? It's not a grove biome. It's a meadow biome. If you were to count the meadow biome as like a spring biome, or like a flower forest as a spring biome, you technically have all four, with a lot that can kind of like be ambiguous. Yeah, the cherry grove, that definitely would be fall themed. Not fall, spring. Yeah, flower forest definitely is springy, and then the meadows I think would be springy, but you can also get summer flowers in meadows, so it kind of goes either which way. First stream, kind of nervous. How I feeling today? Hey, you don't need to be nervous. Welcome on in. Only some of the mods bite, I swear. But they mostly just call each other cute, and so you can ignore them. What do we need to bite? Nobody. No biting. You know the rules. No biting. I want to say I've been binge watching your entire hardcore series, who inspired me to play Minecraft. Best regards. Hey, Lucas, thanks so much, dude. Glad you're enjoying it. Working on episode 123 right now, which is kind of crazy. We're definitely going to come back and bone meal a lot of this to get like the seagrass in here. But for now, it's pretty cool. What is wrong with my internet? Chat is lagging. No idea. It's probably chat's fault though. Watching you since before this hardcore world. I remember being so excited about the first episode of this world. Yeah, that was really fun time on the channel. I felt like that was like that. This series has definitely been one of the most explosive times on the channel, like growth wise. We're very much into like the established period of this series, but it's been very cool seeing like a lot of stuff explode from being here doing this thing for so long. Like the episode 1 releasing of the world was, I remember being in a few Discord calls with some friends back then when the video was going live and being like, oh my god, it's doing so well, oh my god. It was like breaking every view record that I had. Okay, well, I don't think that's supposed to be that, but it'll be that now, which was really, really cool. And that, it held really consistent for like the first like 50 episodes of the series of just constantly doing just really, 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 really good. But that was also when hardcore was like in its big time in its prime. And then I very much got that extra boost when like hardcore movies were going crazy, because episode 1 hardcore movie, or the first 1,000 days of the hardcore movies, even the second, the 2000 and the 3000. 2000 did really well. 3000 did less well, but still very, very well. 4000 was kind of like, okay, we're not going to continue that. But it was really cool. It is really cool seeing like how much I've been able to grow through just playing in this Minecraft world. I'm trying very hard to not be known as just the guy who plays in one hardcore Minecraft world though. Like I really would love to be doing some more stuff. It's just, I also just have so much fun playing in this world and building things.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay. Pooch, thank you for gifting the membership out to Yentles. Did you try Hytale? Heard it's a fun game, but kind of boring. Well, how is it fun? I played it when it first came out. I haven't played it since they've had any major updates to it. I've had a lot of thoughts on Hytale, and my current thought is Hytale needs a lot more time in the oven. There's a lot of features in that are not finished enough to... I feel like it should not have released when it released, I guess is my summary of it. And I've heard a lot of... I've had a few conversations about it. I've had the Hytale haters scream at me quite a bit because I don't think it's a good game. And I think the team behind it really goofed by releasing it when they did. But I don't know. I wish them the best. I hope they're able to turn it into a good game. I just don't think what they released was good. I think in every way possible, Minecraft is better than Hytale, other than combat. Hytale did combat very well in a way of like wanting to make you go and explore for a little while, but then it gets very, very redundant very quickly. Like there's not enough for how complex the combat is in there. There's not enough uniqueness between monsters to fight. They all just kind of run up at you and shoot, or like hit you with a melee attack, or they are like flying away hitting you with a ranged attack, and that's kind of all there is. I guess there's also some casters and archers, so there's not really enough variety to it yet. Yeah, Scotlos, thank you for the 5 gift memberships, dude. I really appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know why those aren't popping up on YouTube, dude. I need to look into my stream notifications again. I tried checking it out, and I thought they were turned on. I think because Minecraft is such a huge game, Hytale is always going to be a comparison, unfortunately, but I hope they get their own identity. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, but they also kind of forced the comparison.
Hey fWhip, I know you love terraforming, but what are your thoughts on the tectonic mod?
Rogan, thank you for the 44 months. I'll get to you in a second on that after I chat about Hytale. But the devs that started Hytale came from Hypixel because they wanted to make their own version of Minecraft to make a better server experience. So they came from Minecraft saying that they could do it better for what their vision of the game was. Not better for everybody, but better for their vision of the game. So they kind of started with that comparison, like straight off the bat, which is interesting to me at least. Granted, that was over a decade ago, so you know, it's been a minute. But that all being said, that's in there for that reasoning behind it. And then outside that, I think they I don't know. I feel like they've like done a lot of hyping up of Hytale over the time since it came back into the stratosphere, I guess, since they bought it back from Riot, you know, as they should. But there's a lot of people saying that they released it because they needed money to fund the development of the game. But then at the same time, there was tweets from Simon, who's the owner of it, saying that he had pledged X number of millions of dollars of his own money to develop Hytale for the next 10 years. And then they came out saying, yeah, we want to get into the hands of player to get feedback and help get funding for the game. And it's like one of those things is like, those can't be the same thing. If you're over here saying that you've funded it for the next 10 years, and then you're saying, okay, but we need to get sales from players so we can continue developing. And so, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that just don't add up to me right now on it, but it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I'm hopeful for them to create something cool on it. I will definitely check it out when they have major updates in the future. If it like comes back into like the news cycle of, hey, this thing's worth checking out, I'll definitely dive in. I had fun playing it for like 5 hours, 6 hours, and then I felt like there was nothing to do. Don't drink dirty swamp water, it's bad for you. Yeah, I probably got a parasite from all the little sippies I've been doing on here by accident. But Rogalin, on Tectonic mod, that's like one of those world generation mods, right? I'm not a huge fan of them because I think they make the game very hard for building. And I think they take a lot of options away from players. Because the world becomes, at that point, when you open up a Minecraft world, you can say, wow, this is a beautiful seed. I want to go build something over there. That sounds fun to build with. But when you get into Tectonic, I feel like the idea more becomes, wow, this is a beautiful seed. I want to go look around. And becomes more of a showcase of a player wanting to just like see what the mountains look like instead of actually like physically building at them. I think they almost did too good of a job that a player doesn't want to open up Tectonic like mods and build in the world. More common than not. Like some people will. You can find some flat places and they're interesting to work in something. But for the most part, and also they make the landscape very weird. Like I know they have a geyser biome in Tectonic, I believe. That's just like a bunch of weird things put together. And I think it's like one of the ugliest things. And it's also a huge pain in the butt to deal with like getting rid of things. And so like those, it's not my favorite. So I prefer to play regular vanilla. I don't like any of the big biome like visual overhauls, even the vanilla friendly ones. I tend to just think Vanilla Train just looks more Minecrafty. Tectonic doesn't add any custom biomes. What am I thinking of that adds that? But regardless, I think my general point still stand is that I think Minecraft needs to not look perfect because otherwise it can scare players away from trying things. I think there's a lot to be said about Minecraft needs to be an imperfect game visually. And there's a reason why structures that Minecraft showcases and shares and whatnot, like the abandoned camp. That thing's so simple. It looks really good, but it's so simple. But it's very readable as a camp. But there's nothing like crazy about it being like, yeah, this thing is like the most amazing build ever. It's very simple. It's literally a triangle. In like just what is that? Perpendicular? No, that's not perpendicular. What is that? Equal triangle. Whatever it is. 45 degrees. And like it looks good. Like it looks good. It looks something that very easily is a camp. But it's something that makes the player potentially want to go, ooh, what could I do to design that as my own? Or if I move in here to live at this tent that I found in the wayside while I'm traveling, what could I maybe tweak a little bit to make it a little bit better? It's Terralith that adds the biomes? Okay. So that's my big gripe with a lot of those is I think they do too much. Minecraft is a game that needs to be simple so that it inspires players to want to do more. Whereas if you have something that's so complex, it's not going to inspire players to want to do more because they're going to be equilateral. Thank you. It's been a long time since I've been in school. Yeah, Minecraft needs to be a game that inspires people to want to do more, not being something that's already picture perfect. So I think a lot of those ones that are just really, really fancy, that little, why did that just now pop up? That was ages ago. But Das, thank you again for the 5 gift members, dude. I love how simple they are, but then big YouTubers start whining about it being too bland and started modding overcomplicated stuff into them for the abandoned camps. I think they're great. I don't even know what's on the loot table. I've heard you can get some firework rockets, straw beds, and a little food. Like I'm like, that's perfect, dude. That's great. You got a campfire. Missed dirt under some leaves. Yeah, I'm just leaving it. Gonna leave that one behind. Get it? It's under leaves. Okay, it's fine. Funds are back. They never left. They just need the right opportunity. One thing they could add is the same color as the biome sheep. Yeah, that one. I hope they add more colors of tents. I think the tents could be really cool to have. Maybe you don't have like a bright pink tent. Like we don't really need that. But having like a brown tent or a light gray tent along with the white, I think that could be cool. Even like a red or an orange or a light blue or something. Like that could be fine. But if you were to, maybe I guess at that point I'm including like half of them. Just throw them all in, get the randomness of it out there. I think the pink and like a magenta would be a little too vibrant out there, but maybe. The rare pink camp. It has a 0.001% chance to spawn as pink wool. Wasn't it you making about it, a video about it, or was it was Mog about what? Abandoned camps? Most beneficial farm you have in this world? Probably the wither skeleton farm. Unlimited coal for furnaces, unlimited bones for bone mealing everything, and unlimited wither skeleton skulls for beacons. For Nash.
Keep it real.
Do you think you'll ever do Minecraft Championship?
Like ever do it again, or like ever at all? Because
Do you think you'll ever do Minecraft Championship?
yeah, I could do another one.
Want a crocodile design for this swamp?
I actually have some old crocodile designs. I don't think I wasn't planning to add any in here because I was going for like the toxic fumes in the water, so it's probably not the most living things in the water, but maybe if we come back later and decide it needs something. Again, yeah, I would like to do an MCC again at some point. I'm just waiting for the right one. I don't like doing the like really competitive sweaty ones Kind of looping back to what we were talking about earlier. I'm just not that competitive of a gamer anymore. Actually, I think the problem is that I am very competitive, and it like kind of like eats at me, and I don't like being in that really competitive space and being like, nah, I don't want to be here, or like, I don't know. I feel like I get wishy-washy about how if I am enjoying it or not. So yeah, who knows. But I want to do one at some point. I like the fun one-off ones or the event ones. Those are cool. Like, I have zero idea if there's another one happening at a TwitchCon or something, but if there is another one, I'll sign up for it. See if I get picked, and then if so, I'll go to TwitchCon. First time messaging in chat, just let you know, over 900 people on YouTube, so I think the rumor is true. Hopefully it is fixed. We're about to hit 1,000. Do we get the 1,000 like spoiler today? Is it real? We're at 715 likes. It's almost possible. Drink the water bottle. Why? Why you want me to get sick? Yo, gross. You see all the fart clouds over here? There's no fart clouds currently. I wish that particle rendered in from farther away. No, my mud. My mud. Oh, by the way, I didn't do it on stream, but I did it last weekend. I had to gather 10 shulker boxes of mud. We have now mined 140,000 mud in this world. And I have placed 56,000 mud in this world so far. And apparently I've dropped close to 1,000 mud that I've mined and I didn't pick up, and that makes me really sad because that's almost a shulker box of lost mud. Thomas and I have done some work on a swamp on the spore server. Ooh. Nice, nice, nice.
Keep it real.
If you finished foliage uni, will you add parrot professor?
Pleased to meet you.
That's a lot of mud.
It could be good to have a parrot professor for like the trees. That could be funny if the professor for like the tree school's a parrot. It's like, I know everything about trees. I live in them. Just squawking at students all day. I just hope that one of their traits is just the parrot like copying things. So like anytime a student talks back to them or something, whatever it might be, you know, then the parrot professor would just go, that'd be canon in my brain. The second a student talks back, they just repeat what the student said. Is like a it could be so good. Yes, the amount of childishness in my brain. You gonna be making Shrek house? Absolutely heckin' not. Shrek lives in a swamp with trees. There's no trees here. That's a good idea. I'll try and remember that. Oh, I forgot. I was doing it over here, and then I got distracted by mudding over there, and then I needed to come back and mud here. Oh, so much mud. Yeah, we're almost a year since Foliage University. Can you believe that? there's so much stone over there. I had to dig this down so much. It's just a normal parrot that just it was the professor's pet, and then the professor went on like a research trip, and the professor was like, "You've heard it all. You can teach." And the parrot's just like, "Yeah, I got this, dude. I've been ready for this." You remember many moons ago when you had to do this for the river? Yeah, that's why I waited so long to do it again. I finally got over the trauma of having to do this. How many times have we used a bottle? Times used. Because each of these clicks, I believe, counts as a bottle. Oh, no, maybe it doesn't. I thought each click counted as a bottle use. Now I'm determined to find it. The heck is my bottle? I'm looking for bottle or water bottle. Minecraft stats page really needs a search button. Give me a search bar. I know there's a mod for it. We've only placed 67 magenta. 67 mangrove slabs? No. I'm looking at... What is this one? Oh, that's times mined. I'm looking at the wrong category. Oh, I'm being dumb. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it is. We've used 59,000 bottles, and we've used 60,000 water... How is that number off? Does that count potions under water bottle? How's that number different? I don't know. Old world things. 6, 7? Oh my gosh. Dude, he set the number. I'm pretty sure the kitties are over that one now. I think that one's moved on. Stop trying to make 6, 7 happen. Gosh. Potion brewing? Yeah, I guess you don't use the... No, because you would use the empty bottle to fill it with a water bottle. Maybe it's like each time you pick up a bottle off of a potion brewer, it counts as a use. So then, or like, I don't know. Oh, you know, I did have a dispenser set up that was like working as a mud farm, and then I was grabbing water bottles from that because I was getting too many water bottles. So maybe that did part of it. I don't know, man. IDK my BFF Jill. How far are we with this mud placement? Making progress. I missed a few of these middle islands. Like, by island, I mean reverse island. I think we talked about this when we were doing the creative design. But I cut these little channels through that I made sure went all the way through, so it looks like they've, like, carved out some of the mud so that you could, like, you can technically get a Minecraft boat through all this. It'd be kind of rough. You can take that. I stopped... I decided to draw a line because I didn't have enough time in this week. So I've stopped here. So we still have to redo all the islands out there. And I also stopped like there. So I didn't do quite everything in the swamp just for time's sake. So if people like the build out here, once the video comes out, then we'll come back and revisit and finish and keep expanding sooner than later. But if people are kind of mid on it, then I think I'm ready to start working at New Papyrus. I think I want to do a little New Papyrus progress soon. He's all growed it up. did I miss those? No, it's over there. Okay. Kind of nice about this though is I'm gonna have so many clay blocks. I don't think I even did the foliage out here, I'll be honest. I really had to cut this project down so that we can actually have this video come out next week because I'm going out of town, so I'm gonna try and finish as much as I can today after stream ends. I gotta lock in, as the kiddos would say. Do you have a stream schedule or is it random? I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's been a little bit more hit or miss in the summer just because I got other things going on. But I do try and at least have 2 streams a week. This week, unfortunately, this is the only stream because I leave tomorrow. But I do try and stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and typically starting about 11, just before noon Pacific time. We've been live for almost 3 hours. But if I do stream, I start at generally the same time. I might start doing some like later in the day Monday streams so I can like really just get a ton of stuff done in the morning and then stream after, but we'll see. I got all that, and here's that spot that we missed in the middle. A regular mangrove swamp. Oh, it's a regular swamp. Otherwise I would not be having to place all this mud. Yeah, this was regular old swamp biome. This thing's been here forever. This was here before mangrove was even added to the game. Back in my day, we didn't even have mangrove. I can't remember. I don't think mangrove was out when I started this world. I started 1.18, I believe. Yeah, this swamp has been here forever, and I've never deleted the chunks on it when updating because the stronghold that I used to get to the end is out here. 1,000 people in stream. Let's go. Wow. We hit 1,000 people. Spam 1K in chat. Woo. No, or you can. I don't know. Let's cause some chaos for the mods because we love them. Got to make sure that their heart's still pumping, right? Now they're just like, no. Was this where No, Yentl said no, sorry. No. Save my soul. Oh, we're under 1K again. Sorry, no more spamming. Yeah, the old slime farm was right underneath that thing. I did remove it. It was actually positioned right here, but I figured we did not need it anymore. I need to bring this out that way. That's kind of the next spot that I need to start focusing out there. I guess I can do this spot just because we're here. Trying to really make sure that all the camera angles that we're getting for the thumbnail has mud in it, and outside that I can leave it for future me because that sounds lovely. The under 1K gang. No, that's a sad. That's not a woo. That's a sad. Boom, boom, boom. He's a gamer. He's a professional. I'm in the water. He's a parkour god. Boom. No, not really. So I was scrolling. I was doing my monthly scrolls of social media instead of just like opening and posting. And by social medias, I mean Reddit. Or not Reddit. Instagram and Twitter. And I was hearing about people are making LARP channels, apparently, where you're LARPing as a content creator. Have y'all heard about this? I was looking into it a little bit because it was coming up with Technoblade. There was like a Techno LARP channel. Have y'all heard of that thing? That's just absurd to me. Somebody's out there just like basically trying to be Technoblade and make videos as if it was them, and they're like LARPing and as if they're like playing the character of Technoblade, and it's like it's so off. It's really, really gross. Like, there's enough people that steal content already, but now you're gonna take somebody else's basically name that has a lot of fame associated with it, especially somebody like Technoblade, who is no longer with us, and like basically try and be them to hit that itch of viewers who are missing Techno's content, and try and like basically abuse that audience for free views. It's so cringe is a great word. It's I was reading about it and I was like, this is disgusting. And then people are like, apparently like Tubbo asked them to not do it, and a few other people did, and then the LARP person was like, I'm only going to do it if Technoblade dad tells me not to. And finally I was reading last night that apparently he did reach out and say like, hey, please don't do this. And so the guy stopped, apparently, allegedly. So far he at least says he's going to, but I was like, this is so wrong, dude. Like, this is bad internet. Internet already bad a lot of time, but this is very bad. Like, this is gross. Causing a lot of controversy. Yeah, I finally was reading about that last night, and I was like, this is... I feel like if anybody were to ever make a LARP channel of me, I don't think I'm at that level of fame, but I would, no matter if I'm like retired or whatever, I would come out of retirement to be like, don't do this, go make your own content. Like, if you're putting all the effort in to copy me, just like go make your own brand, dude. Like, don't use my name or my success or whatever, because apparently there's a lot of LARP channels that have come out. Like, they saw the success that Techno LARP dude was having, and a lot of other people jumped in after that. I was like, this is weird. Yeah, it's so going against the memory. It's just ugh. And granted, I also think this is probably more dangerous ground to be walking on. I also think Technoblade, like Techno Dad, like trying to like continue that legacy, to me still feels a little weird. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's kind of giving like a... I think a lot of people are still like going through a grieving process for it, but I also feel like it's one where it like very much could be extending that process instead of just like honoring, like coming back for like an annual like charity fundraiser or something in memory of him and everything. I think that'd be cool, but I don't know how much I agree with the like, because he's no longer using Techno's channel. I think he has his full own channel now, but like wasn't making content before Techno got sick, and like I don't know, it feels weird to me. I think even LARPers, yeah, real LARPers would be offended by people LARPing content creators. It was weird that the company allowed this type of thing to go around. I mean, that's not weird. There's so much weirder and worse stuff happening on YouTube than that. If that's the area where YouTube draws the line in the sand, I feel like there's a lot more lines in the sand that need to be drawn. That is a topic for another day in itself. We don't need to get into that. I don't have my tinfoil hat on right now. Yeah, the Elvis impersonators. I mean, yeah, dude. But yeah, even like that stuff, like now it's almost like a meme because it's been going on for so long. But like the people who, there's like people who have entire Vegas shows based around them being impersonators of old like famous rock stars. And they get like thousands of people that come out and see them perform. I'm like, this is weird. Like, I don't know if I'd ever pay a few $100s to go see an impersonator. Like, I'm good, dude. That takes so much talent and skill to copy somebody exactly like that, but then like, why wouldn't you put that into making your own brand? I guess I don't know, man. Weird to me. Jordan, thanks so much for the membership, dude. Appreciate you. LARP Shadow Lady rebranded, I think, and Lizzie did reach out saying that the hate wasn't necessary. Yeah, yeah. I think the hate not being necessary, but also the content creators shouldn't be doing, like the people making the LARP channels, in my opinion, should not be doing it. If you can't, I also very much am on the side of, I don't think every person needs a platform. I think everybody has the opportunity to make a platform, but I think the platform should be about yourselves and or like some form of content you want to create and show, which I guess technically that you are making content, but I don't know, man. It's weird to me. I just wish people would like focus on making their own unique things instead of very much like building their brand off of copying others. But maybe that's just old of me. But also it's like, I think I've talked about this before, just the amount of like reposted content that just exists. But like, I posted a YouTube short last week, right? On Wednesday, talking about the new cushions and some build hack ideas on them. I forgot to instantly repost it to TikTok. And within 13 minutes of my short going live on YouTube, so like very new, like less than 1,000 people had seen it on YouTube. It had already been reposted to TikTok 11 times. And so when I finally remembered to post it later that day, I uploaded it to TikTok and it got flagged as not unique content, basically that I was reposting something. I'm like, dude, this is my own short. Like, this is mine. But then there was somebody who came to my attention recently that somebody was like, do you want me to try and report this person? Where they used my world to make a short, to make a TikTok where they're like, if you don't skip the 2-week Minecraft phase, and it was just like a bunch of cinematic shots of my world. Like that, I was like more okay with, because they actually took the effort to make their own thing out of it instead of just using mine. Weird. People are always using your content world on TikTok. Yeah, if only they would actually give me credit for it, that'd be great. They're gonna steal my stuff, they might as well help me grow my brand. But yeah, I heard there's somebody who like only repost my content to TikTok. Like they basically just take my long form videos and cut them down into like 1-minute or 2-minute sections and then just repost them. And they get like millions of views a month on TikTok. I'm like, okay, maybe I just need to start doing this. It sounds so tedious. Probably hire somebody to do it for me. So many things that you could be doing as a content creator, and they all just take so many more hours in the day, and I'm like, I only got so many hours, dude. Yeah, I try and make sure that my world has a lot of very grand and drastic elements to it. Like the world tree, or the landscapes that I do, or even the build styles are all very unique to me. I don't do too many things that are like cookie cutter medieval or anything like that. And part of the reason for that is I want my stuff to be so recognizably me that anybody can look at any of my builds in this world especially and be like, oh yeah, that's fWhip's. Like that to me is a success on a build. If y'all are looking at it, a screenshot anywhere, somebody reposts it on Instagram, somebody makes a TikTok of it. I've even had people post my stuff to the Minecraft subreddit and be like, look at this castle I made. And all I want out of that is, because obviously I can't stop that, but if I can make the things unique enough to where people go, wait, this is fWhip's, like that's all I would really be looking for. That's my goal in all the content that I make. Like there's no way I can stop the reposters. That's just the way the internet works nowadays, unfortunately. But if I can like somewhat make it so that people are very quickly like, no, this ain't yours, dude, this is fWhip's, then that's fine with me. But granted, not everybody knows me, so all I gotta hope is somebody puts that comment in early. Use thorns? No. I do not, because it takes extra durability every time something hits you. And if you're ever trying to move a mob around, if it's hitting you, it's taking damage, and so it can die more easily. So I feel like thorns isn't really needed. Thorns doesn't do enough damage to mobs to make it worthwhile. It doesn't make it if I'm fighting something. It doesn't make that thing die in any extra amount of hits. Like if I'm fighting a creeper's gonna die in 2 hits as long as I can crit one of them. If I'm fighting a zombie that's not a boss, like a whatever zombie, it'll die in 2 hits. So everything that I fight, like it's gonna die in 2 to 3 hits no matter what. So it's more about that, and if the thorns doesn't make it so it dies in 1 hit, if it were to also take a thorn hit, and also I try and make sure I don't get hit to begin with, because that just makes it a lot easier for me too. So I don't tend to use thorns now. Not in this world where I'm like fully endgame, but if I'm in a world that's like newer, then sometimes I don't really care. So if my gear rolls thorns on it, I'll keep it. I'm not gonna be like taking it off. I will say now, after having it on the bus stop and just absolutely hating it, I think I'm now on the full train. If I get knockback on a sword, no matter what, I'm just re-rolling the sword. I really hate knockback. I wanted to give it a shot again because I haven't used it in forever.
Pleased to meet you.
I was just hating it. Queen Stumps, thank you so much for the 3 months. You doing well today? Gentles, thanks for hanging. Have a good night. Knockback is only good if you're like very new to Minecraft or in some niche PvP scenarios, because usually you don't even want it in PvP because you want to be able to combo so that they can't regen health. You can get them in like a locked combo to take get a few good hits in. Not that I can do that, but you know, some people do that. I've had it done to me many times. Thanks, Gem. Doing this side here so that I can get the thumbnail lineup of just the open space before we get into the thing. I do enjoy knockback when I'm mining up Stony Peak. Okay, I mean, yeah, if you can Spartan kick something off the side of a mountain, knockback is pretty fun. I won't disagree with you there. Hard to have a bad time when you can Spartan kick things off of this edge of mountains. In Minecraft. In video games.
Pleased to meet you.
Glug glug lol hi fWhip. Like the stream people.
Hey, thank you so much for the 28 months. Appreciate ya. Hope you're doing well today. Ever go back to the building with fWhip World to build a new city? See how far you've come as builder? No, not really. I just don't feel connected to that world per se anymore. I'm happy to go back and look into it. Like, I still have the world on this computer, but I don't plan to ever like play in that world again. One, I don't feel connected to it. I don't really get a whole lot of nostalgia looking around it either. Like, every once in a while I might check it out, but for the most part it's one where I log in and I'm like, oh yeah, I did that, and then I kind of log out and move around. But very much from the YouTube side, if I were to make a video on there, I haven't played on that world in almost probably 6 years, if not more. So if I were to be doing that, it'd be asking fans to, or viewers to, like, go watch 6-year-old videos where I was a very different creator. I was a very different person. And even at that series ran for 5 years. So I started that series when I was 20 years old. I'm almost 32. Like, I think I started when I was 21, maybe. But that's just, I'm a very, very different person now. So I feel like the idea of making videos on that world again, like, people are fine to go watch the nostalgia for themselves, or see like where I started on YouTube and everything so long ago. Like, it's still on a playlist on this channel. Like, all of them are public. But like, I don't plan to like make content on that ever again for my own side. I think it's great if y'all have nostalgia for it, but it's not something that I think would work for the masses. Okay, how are we doing? Boop. Any weird spots I've missed? Let's do a little cheeky. Head right on over here. Okay, so we definitely got to get the underwater in this area, because it's probably gonna be like a thumbnail like here-ish. Yeah, we're getting there. That's working pretty well. There's just a little bit in this, like, this that needs to be done. Okay, let's load up on a lot of mud. Mud. That's actually like almost all the mudding that I need to be doing. I was curious where it went down to. So it does just like cover across here. Yeah, we can do this. You played Mecha Chameleon? No, I haven't. I've seen some people play it briefly, very, very briefly. I'll be honest, I'm bored of friend slop games. I don't get enough uniqueness out of them. Granted, Mecha Chameleon is a pretty unique concept for it, but yeah, I don't know. At least as a content creator, I'm really enjoying just having Minecraft be my content game. Like, I've been invited to play it a few times, but every time I've been like, yeah, I'm okay to not. Dude, we got 1,111 viewers on YouTube's. Wow. $1,000 people watching me place mud and bottle water. Friend slop as a descriptor is such a funny term, which they're like actually being marketed as that now, which is so interesting. It's like a whole genre of games now. It's just get in with your friends and expect something just incredibly goofy to be happening. I saw an Iron Golem. Yeah, he's the Iron Golem that was in the slime farm. I decided to save him and let him wander around the swamp. So he's survived the entire video production so far since I removed the slime farm. So he's vibing. He's a little cracked. He's been through a lot, but he's tough. He's gonna get through it. This is a retirement to wander the swamp as he wishes. Time to bottle. He's not tough, but he's iron. Yeah, but he's also tough. What if we had tough golems? What would they do? They were just talked about as being a like moving item frame before. But what would they do now? Because we don't really need that. Because they kind of combined. Well, they took the idea that Copper Golem was originally, and I feel like threw it out the window, and then took part of what Tough Golem was gonna be, and then like made the new Copper Golem. Yeah, what do you think the next Golem we'll get in Minecraft is? Alright, I know I'm drowning. Let me drink some water. For the World Cup watchers who are not sad about the, I haven't seen the game yet because obviously I've been streaming. Is the game worth watching for the highlights? Was it like a good game, or is it kind of like a boring one? So what did it end? 2-1, I'm assuming. I'm sure you think 10 pounds of rice is in USD. Well, it depends on the brand you're getting, but probably like a few bucks. And depends on where you're buying it. That's the big question. Because that if you're going to like an international district, at least in Seattle, like you can get a big old bag of rice for pretty cheap. But if you're just going to like Safeway or something, like you're probably gonna be spending like 10, 15 bucks. I don't know. Last 30 minutes were intense. Okay, so highlights. Highlights it is. You want a stripping golem? Bro, Minecraft's a kid's game. What are you doing? I mean, I know you said for logs. I was just making a little joke. It'd be kind of nice to have a mob that could strip logs for you. But what would it do if you just let it loose in a forest? Would it just be like... It'd be like that like cat meme that's just like heavy breathing. The golem's just off to the side being like, I have so many logs to strip. All of these trees shall be stripped. You'd have to... That'd be something that would have to be a lot of parameters put on the thing in order for it to be good for the Minecraft gameplay loops. Otherwise, it would be very, very bad. Because, like, on the bus stop, I've been using copper chests as my storage. And I accidentally let a copper golem loose in there a while ago. Just because I was like, oh, he can be my buddy. He can hang out. Homie was stealing all my items and just putting them around in other chests. He just stole so many of my blocks. So like that's one thing where if you want to decoratively use a copper chest, you cannot have a copper golem anywhere because he will take everything out of your chest. In the lay where, yeah, so like if you were to say like, here's your axe, here's a spruce log, strip the spruce logs. And then it probably wouldn't mine them up, but I guess you could like put them in a box somewhere and run like logs past it in a redstone farm, and then you just like explode the logs. You tree farm into stripping golems. Stripping. No ER at the end and ING on that one. And then you would just like have that feed to a blast chamber. Or like somewhere else that you could mine it up. That'd be kind of cool. Make a woodpecker mob that randomly strips logs around your world. Dude, that woodpecker would be going crazy. He'd be taking entire 1x1 meters of log and stripping all the bark off. Hope he'd be getting some good buggies. Burb, you act like Sausage's stream isn't already one big innuendo. Didn't Modding purpose beaver for that? Propose beaver for that? I don't think a beaver has ever been proposed for Minecraft. They proposed termites and at one point for the savanna biome rework, they proposed it was termites and ostriches were going to be added to savanna biomes along with baobab trees. But that never came into reality because we voted for, I think, the taiga that year? Or was that no, that was the mountain no. Did we vote for the mountain that year? I don't remember. It is kind of crazy that one of the biome votes that they gave at Minecraft Live led to the entirety of Caves and Cliffs happening. Could you imagine Minecraft right now if Caves and Cliffs never happened? Like if we never got the entire terrain overhaul that just made Minecraft Worlds look so much better because we voted for a different biome in it instead. That, like, so crazy to think about. Different course of history for Minecraft completely for how good worlds would look on their own. Part of me is like, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of happy they don't do mob votes anymore, because they can then control what happens when it happens. I must go shreep. Ow, I hit a lily pad. Who knew you could break your neck on a lily pad? Why are you doing this instead of just replacing the dirt? Because then I'd have to go mine up the mud. And then I'd have to go mine up the dirt. And then I would have to place the mud down. That's 3 steps. This is 1 step. This is hold right click. Even the forgotten crabs. Yeah, the crabs were for the mangrove swamp. But they were a mob vote, not the biome vote. They would have been added after. I'm glad that we got the wolf armor. Armadillos are actually pretty cool, especially because you can use them in LA experience, or not LA, silverfish experience farms now. So I think that's a good feature for them. I never thought the crab claw was that great though. I'll be honest. I was most likely not going to use the crab claw because my assumption was that it would have to be held in your offhand in order to get that bonus placement range, and that would make it instantly not usable for most hardcore players that you have to get rid of your totem. So crabs was actually my least favorite of the options. I honestly was team penguin, but I didn't think penguin was going to win, so I went for the armadillo, mostly because they announced wolf armor. I hope they add a penguin at some point. I still think a penguin would fit Minecraft really well. Penguins exist in a lot of the world, especially more than people think. There's penguins that are in warm climates. There's penguins in cold climates. They just don't really exist in the mid climates. They love to surf, dude. There's an entire documentary about penguins surfing. It's great. Even chickens surf. Happy Feet? No, I was thinking Surf's Up. But also Happy Feet. I actually don't think I've seen Happy Feet. Surf's Up, though, I've seen quite a few times. That's a good movie. Great movie. Alligators would be fun, too. They're hostile, but they're also edible, and they drop leather. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get alligators in Minecraft. I feel like that's like a maybe. But Mojang seems very set recently on adding if it's a real animal, it's an endangered animal gets added, so they can bring like awareness to it. And then if it's and then they can only be passive, but then they're also against adding drops for mobs recently, which I think is interesting. Like, I feel like this is kind of one of those weird ones you think about. I feel like if a pig or a cow were added to Minecraft now, I don't know if, like, I don't know if they'd be added. And two, I don't know if the cat, like, if a cow was added, I feel like it'd be added to, like, get milk from it. I don't know if they would add it to, like, get steak. You know? They're vegans. There's no problem with being vegan, but I don't think Mojang is the type of person you're trying to describe. But I think they're just like overly aware of trying to make like positive impressions for why to not harm animals, that they're like leaving out some gameplay opportunities for a video game. Yeah, the sniffers, I was saying earlier, are like visually one of my favorite. They are my favorite mob. Like, I think sniffers are one of the coolest creatures ever for Minecraft. They fit so well to the aesthetic. I love how big they are. I wish they could be a mount, but they're too slow for that, and they also can't wear a saddle. But they also just like don't have many features to them. So I'm definitely with you that they should have given sniffers some more features. Like, there's so many opportunities to every just like few updates, just add another thing that a sniffer can dig up. Maybe make them biome specific. So their big thing is on adventure right now, right? So what if there was a new ancient seed you could find that you could dig up in the dappled forest, where you have to take a sniffer out there and homie can dig up a new flower or something. I don't know. Like, stuff like that could be really cool. 1.2K insane. Nah, YouTube's finally fixing their stupid bug, dude. We used to average close to 4,000 to 6,000 people in a stream, and then YouTube has a bug that they refuse to acknowledge. Okay, cool. There we go. Our full thumbnail view is now mud. And if I go over there, it's still pretty much mud. And if I come over here, use this angle, it's all mud. Mud as far as the eye can see. Everything shall be mud. Yeah, there we go. Mud. Wiggling a Minecraft character around is so goofy looking. So, I don't know why I love it. You just go so fast. You just go full zoomies mode, dude. What's the bug? There's a bug in YouTube live streaming that came out a few months ago that they refused to acknowledge publicly, but then I learned behind the scenes that they did acknowledge it when somebody with a bigger checkbook than myself told them it was happening. And basically, a few months ago, YouTube live streams could appear in autoplay. So if you were just watching on a TV, you could autoplay into a YouTube live stream. And then the bug made it so that live streams no longer appeared on autoplay, which meant that there was no viewership gained throughout streaming. And then they also made it so that live streams were appearing lower down on a subscription feed instead of a live stream being only happening right now. Should probably be, you know, at the top of the queue, but no, they're putting it down low. Like you had to scroll far to be able to find live streams. Even last week, somebody was like, I had to scroll 3 times to find your stream that I knew was happening right now. I guess we can let our guys out. They're probably fully grown now. So they were having issues with that, and then they finally acknowledged that it's a thing. Hello? We didn't kill each other? Where's the other one? Are there 2 of you in here? Oh, sorry. Enjoy your time in the leaves. Have fun. Anyways. They've apparently fixed that now. At least Linksy was telling me yesterday that he was streaming and hit like 4,000 concurrent over the time throughout the day. So hopefully that means it's fixed. I did see that little bit right there that we missed. And it seems that at least like today we're hitting much better viewership than we have for the last few months, to be honest. Yeah. Not gonna lie, it has been getting very disheartening to stream. I love streaming and hanging with y'all. But when you go from averaging 4,000 to 6,000 viewers in a live stream at any point in time, and then you start averaging 500 out of nowhere, that can really get to you. Can really get you, especially when that means all of the ad revenue that you get is then down. YouTube live streaming for me, and this isn't like a woe is me, help me out please thing. That like I'm still doing totally fine because I rely mostly on videos. It wasn't bots, no. It was people like leaving the TV on at home or something like that. But they were generating ad revenue. If it was a bot, it would not be generating ad revenue. But anyways, it got to a point where like my YouTube live stream ad revenue was down over 90% for the last 3 months. And then it started to stabilize a little bit as ad rates picked up a touch because a lot of live streams are getting less viewers. So therefore ad rates come up. So yeah, it made streaming one of those things that previously was like, oh, I can really make a lot of time for this because I can carve out time and financially it's worth it. And I can work towards the next video. To then it was turning into a thing where I'm only going to live stream if I'm like really ahead on schedule and I have time to just like hang for a while, because it was like the ad revenue on YouTube is very much like the high part of where live streaming revenue comes from on YouTube. On Twitch, more so, I think the culture over there leads to more people donating or becoming paid subscribers, at least for like ratios of people. Like out of 100 viewers on Twitch, you're more likely to get like 10 people to become a subscriber than if you had 100 viewers on YouTube. Getting 10 people to become members is less as common. Obviously, it depends on the audience and everything, but for at least from my side, like I average 300 viewers on Twitch, and we have 300 subscribers on Twitch right now. On YouTube, what was the number? It was in here a second ago. We have 740 members on YouTube, and we have currently 1,300 people in chat. And granted, that's like it, and that's a lot of people. But that 700, like I used to have like 900 to 1,000 members when we were averaging 4,000 people. But like Twitch has always stayed the same about there. Anyways, that all being rant aside, it's very nice to see that recovering, because it was getting to the point where I was just like, I don't know if I want to stream today. I'm just going to focus on recording videos and chill and do my own thing. So I'm really happy to see it recovering here, because it definitely bumps up the motivation to want to stream more and do all that stuff. But anyways, ending on a kind of a weird note here. That's going to do it for today. yeah, there's a lot of things YouTube can improve about the streaming side. But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so very much, everybody, for hanging. I really do appreciate y'all. We are going to drop y'all in on a raid over to we haven't raided Jamal for a while. We'll go ahead and raid Jamal. He's not fully family friendly, just as a heads up. I believe language can be a little mature, but they are a very, very cool individual, so go check them out. Send some love over there. Thank you so very much for hanging, my friends, and with that, I'll catch you on the flip side.